Namaskar. Welcome to another edition of Navimash podcast. So we are back after quite a long time to read a book. So today we are going to read this book, "The Monk Who Transformed Uttar Pradesh," the story of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. So this is a book for a, and it looks like. So we're going to read this book, a few chapters, and also talk about, discuss this book, its contents, the author himself. But before we go for the book reading session, let's just check the book where you can get this book. Okay, so we have the book here. Let me share the screen. Okay, here is it. So this is the book that we are going to read today. Got it. So this is the book. Let me paste the link as well for the audience. So if you want to buy the book, you can go ahead and buy the book as well. It is available with Garuda, and also it is also available with. Also, let's talk about the author himself. The author is Mr. Shantanu Gupta. So this is his website, shantanugupta.in, where you can find that he has written many books on this. So this is one of his books. He has also written a book on BJP as well, and he's also an educator. Also, he's an entrepreneur who runs schools as well. He has given also talks on TEDx. Okay, so now let's start reading the book. We'll start reading the book, and then we will also try to discuss the book as well. So this book. So we'll start with the forward. Yogi Adityanath has been a leader, the like of whom India has never seen. An active religious leader, the head of the Gorakhnath Mutt, following the ancient Nath tradition, a five-time MP. His election as the Chief Minister of UP was unexpected and heralded a great transformation of India's most populous state. With a 22 crore population, making up 17% of India's population, UP would be the world's sixth largest country by population if it were a real country. UP is extremely important for India's growth and development. It determines Indian politics with 80 seats in the 542 seat Indian parliament and has been the focus of every political party which seeks to rule India. Okay. Let me actually keep the this one so that people know which book we are reading. So what you see here is this is the book I am reading now. UP is extremely important for India's growth and development. It determines Indian politics with 80 seats in the 542 seat Indian parliament and has been the focus of every political party which seeks to rule India. When Yogi Adityanath took over as CM, Lutyens Delhi. So Lutyens Delhi is the elite part of Delhi, where the bureaucrats, important people, politicians, and important people in politics, in administration, they lived there. Lutyens Delhi, the name by which the power structure and supporters of the ancient regime are known. So let's reread this. When Yogi Adityanath took over as CM, Lutyens Delhi is a metaphor for the center of power in Delhi. Okay. The name by which the power structure and supporters of the ancient regime are known exploded in anger and derision. They questioned his capability to be CM, abused him roundly, and predicted the total failure of his regime. They accused him of being a communal, a person of no consequence or experience in governance, and openly hated the fact that he was a religious leader. For information of the people who are listening to this or would be listening to this later, so when he says, the author says he's a religious leader, so he he is the Mahant. They are called the Mahant of or the of Gorakhnath Mutt. So Gorakhpur is a place in UP where you have the Gorakhnath Mutt, and he was the head of that Mutt. So in that context, he is, he was like he not now because he resigned. So he was the religious leader before he went to became the CM. They forgot that he was a five-time MP, a person of great accomplishment. As an MP, going by his track record in Parliament, toured most. He toured most of UP and knew the living conditions of the people of UP more than any of his critics. A man, a man of the masses with the common touch, who has spent much time solving their challenges and had successfully managed more than 440 educational. Remember this number very carefully. The man solving challenges had successfully managed more than 40 educational, medical, and social institutions with over 80,000 students. I think the author is referring to the medical, educational, and social institutions run by the Gorakhnath Mutt. The same Lutyens Delhi had earlier hailed a member of the ancient regime who was chosen as PM of India with the major qualification of being the progeny of the previous PM, living a privileged life in Lutyens Delhi with scant knowledge of the life of ordinary Indians. The contrast in their approach speaks much about their elitist, oligarchical outlook. In this book, author Shantanu Gupta, the biographer of Yogi Adityanath, writes about the transformation of UP under a new CM in the last 4.5 years. Indeed, the track record of achievement is impressive and profound, and the author gives an enormous quantum of verifiable data to back up his writings. UP will soon go to the polls and citizens will decide whom they will entrust the next government. But the facts remain that this is a new aspirational UP, which hopefully will fulfill the promise made by our founding fathers that they gave us our constitution in 1950. In a democracy, the most important role of any government is the protection of life, liberty, and property of all citizens. UP had been a classic case of a badly governed state earlier, where women were scared to venture out after sunset, criminals openly ruled the roost, law and order was broken with inadequate police, there were regular communal riots, land grabbing, political nepotism, and corruption was common. Yogi Adityanath's first priority was setting this right. Police were empowered to hunt down criminals and arrest violators. Corrupt police were sidelined. Criminals were prosecuted with a sense of urgency. Influential political leaders who had grabbed land and exercised influence over the police were put behind bars, and women got the protection of law. Within 2 years, there was a discernible difference in the maintenance of law and order, and the rule of law was established. Communal riots, crime, rioting, and land grabbing declined percep- perceptib- mm, perceptibly. About 1.3 lakh additional police were hired and trained, and the state started operating in a manner needed. This alone, in a broken down state, should give CM should give the CM recognition as a leader of good governance. This massive improvement in law and order led to an improvement in industrial climate. Investors have started flocking to the state as can be seen by massive growth in industry and investment. Large job creation has resulted in a huge reduction in unemployment. UP suffered from an inadequate road network both between districts and to villages. The various expressways, most of which are in an advanced stage of completion, will revolutionize travel and communication, opening up backward areas of UP to industry and development. Mm, 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 mm. Ah, the power situation has dramatically improved with large increase in generation and distribution, with much better availability of power all across the state for industry, agriculture, to citizens. Tax collection has gone up, and UP has seen a large increase in the state GSDP and per capita income, rising to number two amongst all states in India in last 4 years. So as we see the numbers that is being quoted, and also the details given, that UP Bihar was actually mentioned and quoted as the Bimaru states, okay, the states which a very bad economy. From that, from a Bimari state, in about 4.5 years, when he first became CM, he made sure that law and order was restored, roads were built, electricity was supplied to people and also in industries and citizens. And in 4.5 years, the state was transformed into GSDP and per capita income. It rose to number two amongst the all states in India in the last 4 years. So that we can see what transformation he has made. That's why the book name is The Monk Who Transformed Uttar Pradesh. Citizens have long suffered from lack of basic necessities of life in UP. Today, most households have power in the switch, toilet in the house, a gas stove, a roof over their head, increased water in the tap, a bank account with debit transfers, DBT, which DBT means direct benefit transfer. So, if the state is providing any subsidy or any help, financial help to the citizens, the money is directly credited to the beneficiary's account. That's called DBT, direct benefit transfer. A mobile phone connection with easier internet availability, better education, access to quality healthcare, and medical insurance. Good roads lead good roads to their homes, and better prospects for children in terms of education, jobs, and income. Before Yogi, the state was known for mass copying in school examination, with former CMs justifying mass copying. The system has been cleaned up with improvement in quality of school education. One more trivia on this, correct? So when he said the system has been cleaned up with improvement in quality of school education, we have actually seen, actually I had seen some reports where we had actually seen that the private schools were not doing as well as they were doing before Yogi Adityanath became a CM. And there was a kind of a, how would you say, complaint by the private school owners, that they are not getting enough school children to study in their private schools. Why? Because the government schools had become better. More medical colleges, technical universities, and college have ensured better access to higher education and a uh, higher GER, which which is in par with the average of India. Women in particular have benefited with this huge increase in the capacity, with UP seeing near gender parity. The massive investment in industry and infrastructure is leading to much higher job opportunities for the educated graduates in their home state. Farmers have seen a dramatic improvement in their incomes, with sugar production growing up multifold with prompt payment, increased procurement at MSP for wheat, rice, and other grains, ensuring higher incomes and better infrastructure in the mandis. The implementation of various central government schemes like the direct benefit transfer (DBT) to marginal farmers, farm insurance, pension schemes, etc., have all led to better future for farmers. Agriculture makes up a large part of UP's GSDP, and this augurs well for the future. UP has large tracts of fertile land, and increased productivity also assures India's food security with huge capacity for exports. UP is densely UP is densely populated state with multiple towns and cities. Many urban areas are now seeing the implementation of metro rail systems and smart city programs. Road networks have improved. Multiple airports have come up with much improved national and international connectivity. The expressways will massively reduce distance in future. With a very rich cultural and civilizational heritage, UP has very high tourism potential. Ayodhya, the birthplace of Sri Ram, will now see his own temple after 500 plus years. All Hindus, more than 115 crores globally, will wish to visit Ayodhya to pray to Sri Ram in his own temple, just like Muslims wish to go to Mecca or Christians to the Vatican and Jerusalem. Kushinagar, Bodh Gaya, and other places of the Buddhist circuit, which are sacred to all Buddhists globally, have seen a great improvement in access and infrastructure, and this will also radically change tourism in the state. The wonderful management of the Kumbh Mela on a gigantic scale has certainly made UP a must go to state. How does one evaluate the performance of any government in an Indian state? Yogi Adityanath has demonstrated that in all areas of governance and development, his performance stands out as an exemplar. The massive reduction in corruption and decline in crime, the establishment of rule of law, improvement in the quality of life for all citizens across UP is testimony to his performance and achievement. In a short period of 4.5 years, the change is visible. Author Shantanu, in his book, clearly demonstrates the scale and magnitude of this transformation. But UP still has miles to go. If India needs to prosper and grow, UP has to lead. Bombay is saying something, Mahima Mandan. Okay, that's an interesting word that we are saying. So, okay, so this is not Mahima Mandan, correct? डेटा है ना, डेटा इसके पीछे है ना, मतलब ऐसे ही नहीं करे महिमा मंडल, इसके पीछे कारण भी है. Yogi Adityanath has most certainly demonstrated the qualities needed for any leader to succeed in political life. A nationalistic outlook built on love for India and patriotism will certainly ensure focus on good governance and growth. A corruption-free attitude will ensure good governance. A respect and adherence to rule of law will ensure protection of the life, liberty, and property of all citizens and ensure development. A burning desire to ensure an improvement in the lives of all citizens will ensure effective implementation of welfare schemes. A relentless focus on execution of schemes and strict monitoring will ensure action on the ground. Fairness in governance, for respect for and protection of honest government officials will ensure good governance. Above all, a vision for a better future for all will ensure greater prosperity. Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister Uttar Pradesh, India's largest and most complex state, has transformed UP in the last 4.5 years. Now, Bhabomoy, yes, Bhabomoy, sorry. So, who has ये किसने लिखा है? This is written by T.V. Mohandas Pai. So if you can let me just remove this. So this is written by T.V. Mohandas Pai. If you can see here, let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, here is it. So T.V. Mohandas Pai, I think he is the former executive of Infosys, Padma Shri Awardee, Chairman Arin Capital, and former director of Infosys. So this is coming from a business leader. Okay, now let's see which chapter we should read. Let's read the chapter one because this is interesting. Do you want me to read also the preface as well? I think preface is from Shantanu himself. And let's read the chapter number one. Chapter number one looks like this. And so the chapter's name is A Yogi as Chief Minister Means an Honest Government. Massive administrative changes that Yogi brought up in UP's work culture. The Babu Dome. When I closely observe the governance ethos and principles of Yogi Adityanath, I find a great reflection of his childhood and young days in it. During the research of my previous book on Yogi Adityanath, I got the opportunity to spend time with Savita Devi and late Anand Singh Bisht, parents of Ajay Singh Bisht. So Ajay Singh Bisht is the original name of Yogi Adityanath. Before he became a yogi, his name was Ajay Singh Bisht. So many people might have watched or heard about the movie called Ajay. So Ajay is the biographical movie of on based on the life of Yogi Adityanath. So his real name, original name is Ajay Singh Bisht. Bisht. The pre-sannyas name of Yogi Adityanath. So, so now the question will be there: why he had to change his name to Yogi Adityanath when he became a monk? Because in the Nath Parampara, when you become a sannyasi or a yogi, you will have to actually forego your family and the name given to you. So that's why if somebody wants to become a sannyasi, he has to let go of all his life that he has led until now, until that moment when he becomes a sannyasi or a yogi. I also spent time with his siblings, his teachers, his friends, and classmates, and people in Gorakhnath Mutt. And having observed his work in these 4.5 years, I am able to reflect back on whatever I heard from the people who were close to him in his social, spiritual, and political journey. Savita Devi, his mother, told me about his love for cows while growing up. His teachers told me about his regular participation in school debates on social topics. His classmates told me about his habit to go out of the way to help his colleagues, his friends. His friends told me about his interest in the stories of freedom fighters and ancient Indian history. While I was leaving Uttarakhand after my research, His father, Anand Singh Bish, stopped me and told, "You have seen my small old blue house in the village." Just hold on. Just hold on for a second. Uh, Sorry for the interruption. Admin, can you come? Admin, let me just get the admin because I need to take a 5 minute break. There is somebody at the door. So we have to pause this reading for 5 minutes. So we will be back after 5 minutes. Really apologies for this. Yeah, admin is here. Okay. Admin, can you just talk to the audience and discuss a few things till I am back?
Yes, but although we can use this break. Wait,
Yeah, I will be there after. I will be back after. So you can actually share the book links as well and with the reviews as well. Reviews. I will be back in 4 minutes.
okay, so we
Okay.
can use this like.
Okay. Fine. 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 No, put the timer. You can put the timer as well. 5 minutes. Timer would be there. Or you can do now. Actually, I will be back. Just give me 4 5 minutes. You can just show the book reviews of this. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me just show you guys the book review of this. Wait. So here are the reviews of this book. Uh, is there any review in Garuda?
Hello, hello, hello. Really sorry for this break. Uh, there were some other things I had to take care of. So we'll continue the reading session 20. Yeah. So we'll start where we have left off. You have seen my small old blue house in the village. As a forest officer, that's the only asset I have managed to build in my entire life. But my biggest earnings is an honest chief minister's son. He had a great sense of pride in his tone while pronouncing his to me. His eyes. Okay, audience, do tell me if I am audible to you. Let me check from my end as well. The audio is, yeah, audio is fine. His eyes were wet and voice choked. Anand Singh Bisht has died in early 2020 at the age of 88, but his words still echo to me and to the state of Uttar Pradesh. After a long time, Uttar Pradesh got an Uttar Pradesh got an honest leadership at the top. As a parliamentarian, Yogi Adityanath was super active in the parliament. Am I audible, audience? Do let me know. I think there is some connection issue in my end. So what we'll do is, I think we need to stop this stream. Okay, we'll end this stream. Fix the network issue I can see in my end. Okay, and we will restart the reading session tomorrow itself. Apologies for this. Unfortunately, there is no other way. There is some technical issue on my end. My laptop is giving some trouble. So we will read this tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate. Really sorry for this.